It's now time for the Reverse Sports full game recap. We go all the way back to May 3rd of the year 2024 when the Nashville Predators were hosting the Vancouver Canucks in Game 6 of their first round best-of-7 series to begin the game. The Vancouver Canucks lead the series 3-2. Head coach Andrew Brunette deploys his lines with their backs against the wall in the following way. Forsberg, O'Reilly, and Nyquist, Parsonen, Sissons, and Beauvillier, Jankowski, Novak, Evangelista, Zucker, McCarron, and Sherwood. Your defense pairings are Yossi and Fabro, McDonough and Shen. Luzon and Carrier. UC Saros gets the start in net as he has in every game of the series. We are 1 minute into the first period, and it's Shilov's coming with a save on Beauvillier on the doorstep. First shot on goal of the game, and it was a good scoring chance by the Nashville Predators, set up by Colton Sissons. At 1:38 of the first period, Saros comes with a save on Garland. 3:22. Saros a save on Zadorov. Those two players have had a bit of influence on this series. 5:58 now into the first period. It's Hughes. His shot goes wide on a seemingly open net. 6:50 mark of the first period. Shilov's coming with a save on Yossi's heavy shot. Lots of play between the circles. The teams are playing it safe in the first half of the first period. We hit the 10:59 mark of the first period. Now we find Shilov's coming with a save on the captain Roman Josi at 11:11 of the first period. Shilov's comes up with another save on Roman Josi at 11:35. Shilov's comes with a save on Luke Evangelista's backhand with traffic. We've seen Luke try that move before, cutting into the slot area and knifing through the defense with the backhand attempt, but this time it is turned away. 14:37 now at the first period. Shilov's coming with a save on Luzon and the Preds, seeming to gain some momentum over the last couple of minutes here in this period, getting the better of the offensive zone time and chances. 17:37 now at the first period. Shilov's coming with a save on Alex Carrier. 18:26 of the first period. Saros coming with a save on Roenick. 19:47 now of the first period. Saros coming with a save on Lindholm. And at the 19:56 mark of the first period, one more shot on goal by Vancouver. It would be a save by UC Saros on Besser. We hit the end of the first period, and while teams were feeling each other out, it was quite intense. Plenty of physical play out there, but a lot of play between the circles and not a ton of shots on goal. The Predators outshoot the Canucks in the first period by a total of 6-5. We are 29 seconds into the second period, and action is picking up much quicker than it did in the first. Shilovs has a save on Alex Carrier. Then 56 seconds into the second period, Saros comes with a save on Lindholm. We go to the 2:44 mark of the second period. Shilovs coming with a save on Carrier's long shot. At the 3:02 mark of the second period, it is Shilovs coming with a save on Zucker. Zucker buzzing all over the place again in this here game 6. At the 3:58 mark of the second period, UC Saros coming with a save on Besser, plus the rebound by Suter at the end of long pressure. Gus Nyquist had lost his stick, and the Preds had been caught out there in the D zone for quite some time, worn down. Saros comes up with the big-time save on the Vancouver Canucks, keeping this game at 0-0. At the 4:46 mark of the second period, it is UC Saros coming up with a save on Lindholm. At the 5:55 mark of the second period, Shilov's coming with a save on the captain Roman Josi. At the 6:32 mark now of the second period, we find our first special teams scenario, our first penalty of the game, and it is Bosserov to the box. 4 minutes for high sticking on Luzon. Did not think this was going to be more than a 2-minute penalty, but the Predators getting the gift of 4 minutes of power play time. Or was it a gift? Can you return this one? Shilovs comes up with a save on the captain Roman Josi fairly early on, and then comes up with a save on Luke Evangelista, and that would be it. The total of 4 minutes only yields 2 shots on goal by the Nashville Predators. The PK can only be listed as incredibly strong by the Vancouver Canucks. They were aggressive, they were denying passes out high in the zone, and they were certainly limiting the Nashville Predators from doing what they want to do, even though they had the extra attacker for 4 full minutes here in the second period. 10:38 now. We've crossed over the midway point of this game, and in the second period, it's Saros coming with the save on Miller, plus the follow-up by Suter, and this was a 5-star save by UC Saros, keeping the Nashville Predators in this game. At the 12:15 mark of the second period, Shilov's coming with a save on Mark Jankowski. At 12:18 now of the second period, so just after the whistle, Zadorov and Jankowski each off to the box, 2 minutes for roughing. Zadorov clearly should have been off to the box for roughing, but the referee, who seemed to never turn his head to look at the play, just assumed that Jankowski was involved and roughing, even though Jankowski literally did nothing but stand there and get hit by Zadorov. But they're off to the box. 2 minutes each for roughing. That's going to create a 4-on-4 scenario, and Sheloff's going to come up with the save on McDonough over the course of that 2 minutes, and that would be the only scoring chance between the two teams. At the 15-14 mark of the second period, Sheloff's coming with a save on Zucker at 15:48 now of the second period. Saros coming with a save on Lindholm at the 17-17 mark now of the second period. It's UC Saros coming with a save on Hughes, but then a follow-up by JT Miller, not once but twice, with a pile of bodies both in the blue paint and all around. UC Saros is able to survive this scenario. The Vancouver Canucks have had some great scoring chances here in this period, but this was by far the best that they had. 18:55 now of the second period. It's UC Saros coming up with a save on JT Miller one more time. We'd go over the final minute of the period with no action happening. The Nashville Predators now at the end of two periods out shooting the Vancouver Canucks 19-17. So the Canucks had 12 shots on goal in the second period. The Predators had 13 shots on goal in the second period. By far some of the more wide open hockey we've seen in the entirety of this 6 games. 2:26 now into the third period. Teams have settled down, feeling each other out again for the final 20 minutes. Sheloff's coming with a save on Shen at the 2:41 mark, though UC Saros dials back in. He comes up with a save on Di Giuseppe. That fourth line causing all kinds of problems for this Preds team all throughout the series. 3:33 now into the third period. Saros coming with a save on Pius Suter. Suter, again, another heavy influence in the series. 4:07 of the third period. Saros coming with a save on Lindholm. Then at 4:24, UC Saros comes with a save on Garland. And then at 6:23, Saros a save on Suter. So this fourth line is just driving the Nashville Predators crazy here early in the third period. And the Preds, frankly, look kind of slow out there. Perhaps they're being too cautious. They are misplaying pucks and plays that seem to be natural and easy, and we've seen this team make 100 times before. They now seem to be struggling to make. Vancouver is taking over this game. UC Saros is dialed in, though. We go to the 8:06 mark now of the third period. We find Saros coming with a save on Tyler Myers. At the 8:40 mark, it's Sheloff's coming with a save on Juuso Parson, one of the Predators' only scoring chances here in the third period. 9:24 of the third period, Saros coming with a save on Bluger. 9:44, Saros a save on Mikheyev. And at the 10:01 mark now, just past the halfway point of the third period, Sheloff's comes with a save on Forsberg, plus the follow-up by O'Reilly. Nyquist follows up off of the crossbar. Again, the Predators struggled to find offensive opportunities here in the third period. This was one they needed to capitalize on and were unable to do so. The 10:39 mark now of the third period. Saros coming to save on Besser, plus with the blocker and all alone right there. It was a one-on-one matchup, and UC Saros comes away with the victory. 13:43. Sheloff's comes with a save on Nyquist. 14:01. Sheloff's a save on O'Reilly. The 15:22 mark. Sheloff's a save on the captain, Roman Josi. The Nashville Predators generating some good offense, and the crowd is buzzing, but the Preds unable to get the puck into the net. 15:56. We find UC Saros come up with a save on Mikheyev. We go to the 18:21 mark now of the third period, and it is Pius Suter with his second goal of the series breaking through to give the Vancouver Canucks a 1-0 lead. It was an easy wrist shot finish from the low slot, beating UC Saros, who had an exceptional game up until this point. The Vancouver Canucks move ahead 1-0. The Predators still have an opportunity. They're going to get the extra attacker on for the 6-on-5 scenario. At 19:05, we find Sheloff's coming with a save on O'Reilly. Good chance by the Predators, but at 19:26, the Preds are going to get one last gift. Lindholm, 2 minutes for cross-checking. Sheloff comes up with a save on Zucker, plus the follow-up by Sissons. And as the time is just about to expire, Josi gets a shot with a ton of traffic down in the crease and in front of the net, and he puts it just over the crossbar. Looked like he had that whole top part of the net open if he could have hit it. Josi's shot sails over, hits the glass, the buzzer goes. The Vancouver Canucks advance to the second round. The Vancouver Canucks win this game 1-0 officially, out shooting the Nashville Predators 29-28. The Vancouver Canucks had not managed to get this many shots on goal in any other game in the series, so the Vancouver Canucks come into Bridgestone Arena and win all 3 games in this series. The Preds fall in 6 games. They lose by a score of 1-0 in the deciding clinching game on home ice. And for the Nashville Predators, it's handshakes and a conclusion to the season. right there. A 1-0 game in Game 6 leads to the Nashville Predators' demise, and that's going to do it for the Rebirth Sports full game recap for this entire season. Unfortunately, the Nashville Predators' fun and adventure has come to its end. We'll be back with the box score, thoughts, analysis, and so much more right here on the Renegades of Puck podcast.